ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Devotees should know their parampara acharyas. Very important. And when we understand the acharyas in the parampara, naturally we will develop attachment towards them. And many of the times, very immature devotees get into guru groupism. My guru is this. Then forcing other people to take Diksha from one's own guru. All this immaturity takes place when we don't have proper understanding from Shastra. Unfortunately, many senior devotees also do all this nonsense. Therefore, it's very important that we devotees should understand what is this parampara all about. Is it Siksha? Is it Diksha? What it is? What parampara it's all about? So only when we understand it deeply, then we'll be able to develop our maturity level. And then you will see that naturally the entire Sangha of Vaishnavas will be united. And they'll also understand what to prioritize when it comes to sadhana. So today's entire activity that we'll do is try to understand 32 personalities in the disciplic succession, their relationship, and also importance of Srila Prabhupada in our life as the founder Acharya and also as our dear preeminent Siksha Guru. So firstly, where are these 32 names coming from? Now it's very nice, devotees are very faithful. So since Prabhupada wrote it, we accepted it. Yes, that's very nice. But then Prabhupada being an Acharya, he will not just write it from somewhere. He has to take it from somewhere. And where did he take it from? Anyone knows that? Yes, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has written a song, Krishna Hoite Chaturmukha. There are 9 verses. And in these 9 verses, 31 names are given till Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Now the question comes, where did Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur get this from? Any idea? Baldev Vidya Bhushan, okay. Yes, Gaura Gano Desh Deepika. So this is the verse, Gaura Gano Desh Deepika from here. So this is 22nd verse. And in this 22nd verse, there are names given till Madhavendra Puri. And after that, the verses that come, so we have Ishwara Puri, Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Shad Goswamis, etc. Okay, find the names. So you can find the name Madhvacharya. Yes, all of you. Then are you able to find the name Padmanabha? Narahari. After that is Narahari. And after that is Madhava. Then Akshobhya, Jayatirtha, Jnana Sindhu. Yes, all these names. So you see, our parampara is so bona fide. And by the way, who has written this? Gaura Gano Desh Deepika? Kavi Karnapur. You know who is Kavi Karnapur? Anyone? Yes, Shivananda Saint's youngest son. Now, what is the authority of Kavi Karnapur to give this parampara? And that too, he gives the parampara and then he says, who are these personalities in the spiritual realm? So, who gave that authority? It is described, Shivananda Sain was the yatra manager in the entire Gaur Lila. He would take devotees from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri. Shivananda Sain had 3 sons, and one of them was Kavi Karnapur. And it is described, Shivananda Sen, he put his son at the lotus feet of the Lord to pay obeisance. And Kavi Karnapur started sucking the toe of the Lord. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed him and empowered him. And this empowered personality has revealed such wonderful things to all of us. So today we're going to discuss from this wonderful text from Saraswati Thakur's song, Vaishnava Bhajan, and Srila Prabhupada's last page of introduction. Okay, so let's begin. So we'll begin with the song, the first verse. Krishna hoite chaturmukha, hoy Krishna sevonmukha, Brahma hoite Naradera mati, Narada hoite Vyasa, Madhva kohe Vyasa dasa, Purna pragya padmanabha gati. So here we have 5 names which are mentioned. So which are the 5 names? First is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. After that, Chaturmukha. Who is Chaturmukha? Brahma. The second name is Brahma. So when did Krishna give the knowledge to Brahma? Divya Gyan? The first verse of Bhagavatam says that Janmadhyasya tonvayad itaratas charthes vabhignas swarat tene brahma hridayadi kavaye moyanti yatsuraya. So who is that Adi Kavi? Brahma is that Adi Kavi. And that Brahma Gyan was given to him. And also at the same time, there's explicitly 4 verses, those were given to Brahma. Which are those 4 verses? They are called as Chatushloki Bhagavatam. And that was given to Brahma. So Krishna gave it to Brahma. After that, from Brahma, then we have Brahma to Narada. Abhi ye kabhi hua, Brahma to Narada? Yes. When Narada thought that Brahma is supreme, then he went and asked, Papa, aap supreme hai kya? Yes. Father, are you Supreme Personality of Godhead? At that time, Brahmadev, he started describing the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now the parampara is coming down. And then Narada gave this knowledge to Vyasadeva. Okay, when did this take place? Vyasadeva was dissatisfied. He was dissatisfied after writing all the scriptures. And at that time, Narada came and he's asking Vyasadeva that, what happened to you? Why are you looking so dissatisfied? And then Vyasadeva, he speaks his heart. And at that time, Narada instructs him the bhagavad-gita. Okay, so in this 4 personalities, when did Diksha happen? When did Brahma got Diksha, or Narada got Diksha, or Vyasadeva got Diksha? It's not Diksha, is it? Oh, it's Siksha. Oh, I see. So see, the first 4 personalities in our parampara, they have Siksha relationship. Because actually, in spiritual life, Siksha is what is very, very important. We'll discuss about this point also. Now, after Vyasadeva, the 5th personality in the parampara is Madhvacharya. See, Vyasadeva, he was there towards the end of Dwapar Yuga. Madhvacharya appeared 800 years back. Ye mile kaise ye dono? How did they meet? What was that? Badrik Ashram. But when? Okay. See, Madhvacharya is not an ordinary personality. He is incarnation of Vayudev. Madhvacharya, he went to Badrik Ashram. For your information, ordinary human beings cannot go there. And Madhvacharya started walking. So at that time, one of his disciples, he said, no, I also want to come with you. And then he also started walking. Now Madhvacharya's speed was really amazing. And now this disciple, he went on, finally Madhvacharya disappeared, he is not seen. And now he's shouting, Gurudev, Gurudev, I'm stuck here, I don't know where to go. And at that time, Madhvacharya, he comes back and then he kicks him. He goes back to Udupi with that kick. And Madhvacharya goes to Badrik Ashram. So it is described that Madhvacharya met Vyasadeva twice in Badrik Ashram. And it's very nice to note when Madhvacharya went to Badrik Ashram, he got darshan of Nara Narayan Rishi, the preceding deity of Bharatvarsha. And he also got darshan of the 60,000 sages who were always there hearing the Bhagavatam class. Can you imagine Madhvacharya? Such an amazing personality. Not an ordinary personality for sure. So in this way, this is Madhvacharya. So Vyasadeva coming in touch, or Madhvacharya coming in touch with Vyasadeva and receiving the knowledge from Vyasadeva. So we have seen the 5 personalities. Now let's see the disciples of Madhvacharya. The name that is given is Padmanabha Tirtha. This is around 1200 AD. This is the description, around 1200 AD. One thing that we will see is, when we hear glorification of others in the parampara or anyone from Srimad Bhagavatam, naturally we will feel sleepy. Yes. You know why? Why? We are firstly envious entities. Our glorification is not happening. Yes. And we don't have attachment to them. As simple as that. Therefore, make notes and you should know about each personality. So I took almost a good number of hours to do research and get details of these personalities. And I felt very, very purified when I was going through each personality. Because each personality in the parampara is so glorious. Here we have Padmanabha Tirtha. See, Madhvacharya, when he appeared, before that, there was a very, very great stalwart Acharya, great stalwart personality who shook the entire country. Who was that? Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya's preaching was so profound and so strong that even today, the roots of the teachings of Shankaracharya are there everywhere in India. Everywhere. You never know, some people sitting here might also have those roots inside. Actually, you never know. Because the teachings of Shankaracharya was so deep that the people literally imbibed it. It was ingrained in the system. That we all are Brahman, Nirakar, etc., etc., etc. Even today, the modern, the bogus gurus also, the Shankara's teachings are so profound that even bogus gurus speak from his teachings. Obviously, they add their own things also. They don't speak pure Mayavad. So that was Shankaracharya. See, at that time, the entire thing that was going on in India was Tarka, argument. Because now Shankaracharya has established the philosophy of Mayavad. And now we have all these personalities, all these Vaishnavas coming into picture. And the Vaishnavas have to establish that Lord is a person, Lord has a form, He is not Maya. Now this has to be established. Now this is not an ordinary thing. And literally, so many great personalities came after Shankaracharya just to counter the arguments of Shankaracharya given in his bhashya, given in his commentaries, in his teachings. Shankaracharya was also next level. One day Shankaracharya was walking and then on the way, he drank and the disciples felt, we can take intoxicants and things like that. And then disciples also imitated. Then after some time, there was a place where the metals were getting melted. Then Shankaracharya took that molten metal, he drank that. And all the disciples who were imitating, now they're wondering what to do now. We cannot imitate, this will die. So, after all these great personalities came, with a very, very important mission. And Shankaracharya's mission was somehow remove the philosophy of voidism, which was given by Gautam Buddha himself. And now all these personalities who came in the line of Madhvacharya, their goal was somehow defeat Shankaracharya and establish the philosophy of Vaishnavism or Vaishnavism. Now, Madhvacharya himself, he says that I came as Hanuman in Treta Yuga for assisting Lord Ram to kill Ravan. And now I appeared as Madhva to kill you all know whom. That was the mood of Madhvacharya. And the followers also took the same mood. So now we have Padmanabha Tirtha in line in the list that is given by Srila Prabhupada. Padmanabh Tirtha was actually a follower of Shankaracharya. He was the one who was preaching the philosophy of Shankaracharya. And he successfully won a lot of debates. He refuted a lot of opponents who would oppose the philosophy of Mayavad. But he couldn't win for a long time because Madhvacharya came into picture. And when he had a debate with Madhvacharya, Madhvacharya defeated him like this. And that was the day when Padmanabh Tirtha, he took shelter of Madhvacharya, and Madhvacharya initiated him in Vaishnavism. That's how we have Padmanabh Tirtha in line. And it is described that he was such a great scholar, such amazing preaching skills. He was very senior, that Madhvacharya appointed Padmanabha Tirtha as the first Acharya in this line, the future Mathadipati of his Uttaradi Matha. So this is Padmanabh Tirtha. Now let's see who are the next personalities in line. Nrahari Madhava Bamshe Akshobhya Paramahamse Shishya Boli Angikara Kore Akshobhyera Shishya Jaya Tirtha Name Parichaya Tara Dasye Jnana Sindhu Tore. Now we have Narahari Tirtha. Now Padmanabh Tirtha was the disciple of Madhvacharya. And after that we have Narahari Tirtha. And Narahari Tirtha was also disciple of Madhvacharya. It's a very important thing to note. Again, all these personalities were great scholars. Not like us, illiterate. They're all great scholars in Shastra. Literally, they knew everything. Everything from the Shastra. Erudite scholar, and especially, he was a renowned poet. Narahari Tirtha, he was a renowned poet in Kannada language. You see all these personalities, they're from Karnataka. And all of you are sitting in Karnataka. I think Krishna has arranged all of you in this place for a specific reason, looks like. With time, I think it will unfold. So it is described that this personality, Narahari Tirtha, also very, very great personality. Many descriptions are there. Only one pastime I would like to tell. So Narahari Tirtha, one day, he went to a place in Hospet Taluk in Ballari district. This is North Karnataka. So there he got a dream that there's a beautiful deity of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu is telling that I'm stuck here in this pond. Please come and take me out from here. And Narahari Tirtha, next day he goes there, he removes all the water and he finds a very, very beautiful deity of Narayan. And therefore that place now is called as Narayana Devara Kere. It means the place where Lord Narayan was found. And if you translate this Narayana Devara Kere, then in English it will become the tank of Lord Narayan, which doesn't sound good. But then that place, since the Narayan deity was discovered there, so he established a monastery there, and also he started preaching to a very, very great extent. So this is Narahari Tirtha. So if Lord is coming and revealing himself to someone, then you imagine the position of the person. Another great stalwart Acharya was again the disciple of Madhvacharya. His name is Madhava Tirtha. Sometimes devotees, when they address Madhvacharya, they call him as Madhavacharya. He's not Madhavacharya, he's Madhvacharya. And his disciple is Madhava Tirtha. Now Madhava Tirtha was the third Acharya after Madhvacharya. And he took that position and he started guiding the parampara. Again, he's an amazing personality, no doubt. Then we have Akshobhya Tirtha. Now, Akshobhya Tirtha is one of the last disciples of Madhvacharya. And in Sri Vaishnava line, there was a great personality called Vedanta Deshika. You all have heard this name, Vedanta Deshika? Very famous personality. I should name some Bollywood stars, then everyone, yes, we know. Yes. These are actually our celebrities. All these 4 Vaishnava lines, and in that, these personalities, They are all our celebrities. Vedanta Deshika is another very, very big personality. So Akshobhya Tirtha was a contemporary of Sri Vedanta Desika. So at that time, so you can imagine. And it is very important to note that he was such a great scholar. There was a great Mayavadi and his name was Vidyaranya. And he was going around and he was defeating a lot of Vaishnava acharyas, Vaishnava saints. And this Akshobhya Tirtha, this personality, he defeated Vidyaranya. And it is described that in the history, that became a turning point in the Madhva Sampradaya. Because he established it again, the dualism or Dvaita philosophy again. So he is Akshobhya Tirtha. And after Akshobhya Tirtha comes Jaya Tirtha. Now, one important point I would like to make here. So these four personalities, Padmanabha Tirtha, by the way, what is Tirtha? Sannyas title. So the sannyasis in the Madhva line, they were given the title Tirtha. So even now also, there are personalities who are sannyasis in this line and they are given this title Tirtha. So Padmanabha Tirtha, next name, Narahari Tirtha, next, Madhava Tirtha, next, Akshobhya Tirtha. So these four are disciples of Madhvacharya. So what is the relation that they have amongst each other? Diksha. Diksha to le liye. Oh, again Siksha. Yes. So this again, you can see the Siksha line that we see. Now after Akshobhya Tirtha's disciple came into picture. And his name was Jaya Tirtha. Now Jaya Tirtha is a very big name in this line, Madhvacharya's line, very big name. Jaya Tirtha. A lot of things are given. You all can read if you are interested to read about him. But one thing I would like to mention is, in the presence of Madhvacharya, there's something mystical that was taking place. There was a bull. And that bull was very special. Wherever Madhvacharya would give class, pravachan, this bull will go and sit and hear. Very special bull, you see. And that bull would hear it attentively. Without sleeping. that was a very, very transcendental bull. Now, when it comes to Akshobhya Tirtha, Jaya Tirtha, one day it so happened that he was drinking water and he had this way, he would be riding on the horse. Because all these personalities were great personalities before, either Kshatriyas or something like that, Brahmanas. So he was riding on the horse, and then while riding on the horse, he would drink water directly from the mouth. So Akshobhya Tirtha, he was passing by and he said, "Why are you drinking water like a bull?" And as soon as these words were spoken by Akshobhya Tirtha, immediately Jaya Tirtha remembered his past life and he was that bull who would hear attentively what Madhvacharya was speaking. Look at these different personalities. And it's described that he wrote commentaries on Madhvacharya's books, more than 16 books of Madhvacharya. I'm not talking about the small books. Yes, big books. So such books, he wrote commentary, and therefore he is called as Tikacharya in this line. In Madhvacharya's line, he's called as Tikacharya because he wrote all these commentaries, and also is considered as an incarnation of Indra. So you can imagine how great this personality is. And he would amazingly attack the Mayavadis. He would have amazing argument, amazingly would attack Mayavadis. In this entire line till now, we have seen all these scholars, they had this wonderful way. They were scholars and they had wonderful arguments against the Mayavad philosophy. Now we have Jnana Sindhu followed by Dayanidhi. So these are the personalities. I couldn't find much information about Jnana Sindhu and Dayanidhi. So surely there will be great personalities if their names are here. In the third verse of the song, Saraswati Thakur, he names the others. Taha hoite Dayanidhi, Taradasa Vidyanidhi, Rajendra hoilo taha haite, Tahara kinkoro jaya dharma name parichaya parampara jnano bhalo mate. Then he names Dayanidhi and his disciple Vidyanidhi. Now, after that, we have a personality whose name is Vidyanidhi. So there we have Vidyanidhi. Now, Vidyanidhi is considered to be the senior disciple, the Diksha disciple of Jayatirtha. But Jayatirtha to upar hai. Then Vidyanidhi. So in between this Jnana Sindhu and Dayanidhi is a question, if they were also disciple of Jayatirtha. Possible, because Vidyanidhi is the disciple of Jayatirtha. Senior disciple, it seems. Senior disciple of Jayatirtha. And now Vidyanidhi was the person who is also called as Vidyadi Rajatirtha. He was a person who went all around India propagating Dvaitavad, defeating the Mayavad. And it is described that he was such a great personality. They were somewhere in Maharashtra where the Bhima river flows. He and his disciples. So there he got a desire that we should go to Haridwar to take bath in Ganga. So that particular day, Ganga Devi appeared in the dream of Vidyanidhi, and she firstly preached to him and instructed him what he's supposed to do, how he's supposed to go around the entire country and preach, counter the Mayavad philosophy. And then she also said, why you need to travel so far to take bath in my river? Tomorrow, you take bath in Bhima river, and that will be equivalent to taking bath in Ganga. And next day, it is described that Vidyanidhi, he went with all his disciples, and they were taking bath in Ganga. And for everyone's astonishment, there was someone who came sitting on the crocodile. Who was that? Ganga Devi herself. And she blessed, and all this was seen by the personalities there who also were blessed with transcendental eyes. This is Vidyanidhi. देख रहे हमारे परंपरा आचार्यस एक से एक. Next in line is Rajendra Tirtha. Now Rajendra Tirtha was the first and the senior most, when you say first, it's obviously senior most disciple of Vidyanidhi Tirtha. And see, all these personalities in the line, they're all sannyasis. So they all have the title Tirtha. He conducted a massive campaign all around India. Massive campaign. He wanted to create a revolution. He created a massive campaign all around India propagating Vaishnava Dharma. Their goal was to establish Vaishnavism. That was the goal. They did fierce preaching. And he was the one who preached so much in the north that he had many, many North Indian disciples. Therefore, even now, we find that there are followers of Madhvacharya in north also. They'll put tilak, which Madhvacharya would put. And they would also read the various Shastra given by Madhvacharya, but obviously in Hindi language. So, this is the preaching that this personality did, Rajendra Tirtha. After Rajendra Tirtha, we have Jayadharma Tirtha. Now, till now, one point that I would like to highlight is that all the time, there was tarka that was going on, argument. Because the entire thing was somehow or the other, the Mayavad philosophy has to be countered. And Vaishnava philosophy has to be established as topmost. Now at this point, during this point, there was a great personality who appeared. And his name was Sridhara Swami. Now when Sridhara Swami appeared, he wrote commentary on Bhagavatam. It's very important to note, even Caitanya Mahaprabhu considered Sridhara Swami as a very, very great personality who was given the commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. There was one person who came to Caitanya Mahaprabhu and he said that, I don't follow Sridhara Swami's commentary. And at that time, Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he told very heavily, anyone who does not follow our Prabhu, Sridhara Swami, he is a prostitute. Those were the heavy words. So you can imagine the position that Caitanya Mahaprabhu gives to Sridhara Swami. But many times Sridhar Swami is also considered to be an impersonalist by people. Have you all heard about this anytime? Even Sridhar Swami is considered to be an impersonalist. You know why? He was not an impersonalist, he was a proper devotee. But during that time, because many kings were converted by the followers of Shankaracharya, it so happened that anyone who was trying to establish Vaishnavism, they were beaten black and blue. Beaten black and blue. Sometimes they were killed also, it seems. You all know one example. One great Acharya was attacked by such a king to kill him, and that Acharya ran and he came to Karnataka. Ramanacharya was supposed to be killed by one such king, and he ran and he came to Melkote. He stayed in Melkote for a very, very long time. Therefore, in Melkote, we have so many Sri Vaishnavas. Anyways, we're discussing about the line of Madhvacharya, but I'm just saying, at that time, the situation was very, very terrible. Can you imagine if by mistakenly, if we would have taken birth at that time? पता नहीं लिए होंगे हम लोग. Yes, हम लोग भी. Mayavadi, you never know. You never know. Therefore, we have the tinges of Mayavad in us. We also consider ourselves to be Prabhu, isn't it? Yes. So, we have to understand one very important thing, that the situations were so very terrible. In that situation, to practice devotional service, you can imagine, it's almost like the scene in Russia, when our Russian devotees were practicing or going around distributing books, and they were beaten black and blue and they were killed. Just imagine that scene. And we are also there in that scene. I don't think at least I would have taken devotional service. I would have ran away and I would have just said, what I'm supposed to follow, tell me, I'll follow. Lord has no form, okay, Lord has no form. I subscribe to your philosophy. Yes, don't beat me, that's it. See, in such terrible situation, all these people appeared. Sridhara Swami appeared at that time. And he wrote commentary in such a way that it was in the language of followers of Shankara, but he was preaching the philosophy of Vaishnavism. Therefore, sometimes people mistake Sridhara Swami also to be an impersonalist. But the Vaishnavas were able to know, because Sridhara Swami, he gave the true meaning of the Shastra in his commentary, and the Vaishnavas were able to understand the secrets, the confidential secrets that Sridhara Swami had put forward. Now this Jaya Dharma Tirtha, we're discussing about Jaya Dharma Tirtha because he appeared during this time. And Jaya Dharma Tirtha, who is also called as Vijaya Dhwaja Tirtha, now he wrote a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Now there is a turning point that you will see in this line, because still now, personalities in this line, they were all busy writing commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Vedanta, and in Madhva line, they read Mahabharata. Now it is described that from this point of time, slowly and steadily, Bhagavatam started coming into picture. The sun of Bhagavatam started rising. So here Jaya Dharma Tirtha was the one, or Vijaya Dhwaja Tirtha, his name, another name, Vijaya Dhwaja Tirtha, or Jaya Dhwaja Tirtha. These are the different names. Since we say that we belong to this line, we should know these personalities also. So he wrote a commentary on Bhagavatam following the footsteps of Sridhara Swami, and that book is called as Bhakti Ratnavali. And even today, the followers of Madhvacharya, they quote from this book. If they have to quote something and establish some tattva, they quote from this book. Such a great personality, Jaya Dharma Tirtha. Now after Jaya Dharma Tirtha, who are the personalities in line? Do you all remember all the names till now? Yes. You all will say Tirtha 1, Tirtha 2. Yes. Okay, for our purification. Well, let's remember these. Now we have Krishna, then Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, Madhvacharya, Padmanabh Tirtha, Narahari Tirtha, Madhava Tirtha, Akshobhya Tirtha, Jaya Tirtha, Jnana Sindhu, Dayanidhi, Rajendra Tirtha. Yes. And after Rajendra Tirtha, we have Jaya Dharma Tirtha. These names are Jnana Sindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi. Yes. Now, after that, our Saraswati Thakur, he lists the other personalities. Jaya Dharma Dasya Khyati, Shri Purushottama Jati, Tahaite Brahmanya Tirtha Suri, Vyasa Tirtha Taradasa, Lakshmi Pati Vyasa Dasa, Taha Haite Madhvendra Puri. Finally, some name which we know has come. So, the senior-most disciple of Jayadharma Tirtha was Purushottam Tirtha. So, Purushottam Tirtha is the 10th Acharya after Madhvacharya. He is the 10th Acharya. And also, it's very important to note that he was very, very well versed in Shastra. But he was so well versed that he was given a title, Shastra Kovida, a very big title, Shastra Kovida, the knower of Shastra. And at that time, it is described, no one was equal to him in Shastric understanding. So that was the position of Purushottam Tirtha. And Purushottam Tirtha, he had a disciple, and his name was Brahmanya Tirtha. Now, there is not much description given about Brahmanya Tirtha. But Brahmanya Tirtha's disciple, Vyasa Tirtha, he is a very big name in this line, Madhva line. I was reading about Vyasa Tirtha, it's very nice. So Vyasa Tirtha's father's name is Vallanna. And he had taken an oath that my second son, by the way, this personality Vallanna was the disciple of Brahmanya Tirtha. And he had taken an oath that the second son whom I will begot, I will give it to Brahmanya Tirtha. So he begot the second son, and they took blessings, both husband and wife, they took blessings of Brahmanya Tirtha. And by the blessings of Brahmanya Tirtha, they begot the second son. And this second son was the glorious Jaya Tirtha. कितना मजा आता ना ऐसे अगर सारे माता पिता ऐसे करते. Second son, go to iskcon. You would have had so many brahmacharis then, so many sannyasis. Actually, it was a very casual thing in the Vedic times, where the parent will beget kids and say a great sannyasi has come to their village, they will just donate one kid to them. Please take. Please take. That was the scenario. Because at that time, parents had the Vedic understanding. They knew very well that if one person becomes a pure devotee in the family, the entire family will get delivered. And they had this thing in their mind that the goal of life is to attain Krishna. All this was clear. Therefore, as soon as a great sannyasi is going, and if they could find some nice sattvic qualities in their son, they would just donate the son. Go with him. Never turn back. Some instructions like this would be given. Now parents are so attached. They are sense gratifiers and they are teaching the same to their kids also. Everyone is attached to each other in this world. And no one wants to attain Krishna. No one wants to attain the attachment to lotus feet of Krishna. Why? Because there is no Vedic understanding. The goal is not clear. That's the problem, you see. Now Vyasa Tirtha, a very big personality, it is described that he met Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So now you can imagine what time. And Vyasa Tirtha is also called as Vyasarai. He had immense knowledge on Nyaya, logic. And it is described after he met Mahaprabhu, he gained profound knowledge on Nyaya. And then he wrote a book called Nyayamrita. So many scholars, they say this, that after meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wrote this book, Nyayamrita. And in Kannada, in Udupi, there's a very famous song, Krishna ni begane baro. Hey Krishna, please come fast. This song was written by Vyasa Tirtha. It's a very big personality, very big name in this line. Now after Vyasa Tirtha, there is a personality called Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. Have you all heard this name, Lakshmi Pati Tirtha? This is a name which Gaudiya Vaisnavas also talk about. Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. Lakshmi Pati Tirtha was a disciple of Vyasa Tirtha, and he was the guru of Madhavendra Puri. So here comes a very, very important turning point for us, because from here begins the line which we belong to. So Lakshmipati Tirtha, he was a great personality, no doubt, a great scholar. He would preach a lot, and he preached a lot in North India, and he had many disciples from North India, Lakshmipati Tirtha. And it is described that he had a very wonderful reciprocation with Nityananda Prabhu. So Lakshmipati Tirtha, one day, he was meditating on Balram. And in this dream, it was told, next day, a great personality will come. So, you initiate him, you give this mantra. And Balram gave the mantra. Balram gave the mantra. And next day, a great personality came. Balram Hoilo Nitai. Nitai came. And then, Lakshmipati Tirtha gave that mantra to Nitai. So when that mantra he was giving to Nityananda Prabhu, he was feeling a lot of ecstasy. And when Nityananda Prabhu left from there, he was feeling a lot of pain. And then, the same day it was revealed to him where Balram appeared and Balram transformed himself into Nityananda Prabhu. And at that time, Lakshmipati Tirtha understood, oh, he's not an ordinary person, he is Balram himself. So in this way, Nityananda Prabhu, he accepted, or there was association which Lakshmipati Tirtha got. But at the same time, Prabhupada writes, certain people say that Nityananda Prabhu got mantra from Lakshmipati Tirtha, or he got initiation from Lakshmipati Tirtha. But there are other set of people who say that Nityananda Prabhu got initiated from Madhavendra Puri. So anyways, nevertheless, they are in line, and Lakshmipati Tirtha is the guru of Madhavendra Puri. So speaking again about Sridhara Swami, so Sridhara Swami, he appeared 150 years after Madhvacharya, and 150 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you can imagine the entire thing. So Sridhara Swami, he wrote a lot of commentaries on bhagavad-gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Puran. And it is described that that was the first proper consistent commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. And then, after this commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam started becoming very popular in India. Many scholars started reading Bhagavatam. And it is also described that Vaishnavas started taking interest in Srimad Bhagavatam. Because till now it's more of tarka that was going on, Vad Vivad, to establish Vaishnavism to be the top. But now came the season or the age of Bhagavatam. And it is described that even the followers of Shankaracharya, they also started speaking about Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Sridhara Swami's commentaries were like that, no? It was in the language of an impersonalist. But then, he was a personalist. And now people started taking more interest on Bhagavatam. They started writing summaries on Bhagavatam, essays on Bhagavatam. They started writing various things about Sankirtan. And see, this is a very, very unique thing, because when it comes to Madhvacharya and Ramanujacharya's followers, at that time, they were more interested in Vedanta and specifically Madhvacharya's followers in Mahabharata. And now, the Bhagavatam study began. So when Madhavendra Puri appeared, at that time Bhagavatam was already there throughout India. And Madhavendra Puri was that personality who was going to propagate more on Bhagavatam now. So now begins the preaching of Bhagavatam from this point of time. So see, there is a nice turning that is taking place here. So now, Lakshmipati Tirtha's disciple was Madhavendra Puri. अभी पूरी कैसे आ गया तीर्थ? What is this Puri, by the way? Yes, Puri is also the sannyas title. तो अभी लक्ष्मीपति तीर्थ के बाद माधवेंद्र तीर्थ होना चाहिए ना, माधवेंद्र पुरी कैसे हो गया? So I was very curious. I was doing some research, got some reference. So Madhavendra Puri obviously had his Diksha Guru as Lakshmipati Tirtha, but he had a Siksha Guru whose name was Vishnu Puri. Now comes the point कि ये Puri title इनको कहाँ से मिला? So it is described that Vishnu Puri was the disciple of Vyasa Tirtha. Vyasa Tirtha देखे ना इसमें? Vyasa Tirtha. Now, it so happened that he was in a place called Shivapuri, and in that place, Lord Shiva inspired him about the philosophy of Vaishnavism and a lot of other things. And since he was in that place, Shivapuri, the title from Tirtha got changed to Puri. So even Puri became the sannyas title by the mercy of Lord Shiva. And in this way, we understand from this point of time, Tirtha chala gaya and Puri started coming. Now in this line, you will see various personalities, will have this title Puri, which is sannyas title. Now regarding Madhvendra Puri, I think you all can speak more. You all might have heard a lot of things about Madhvendra Puri. But one thing which I would like to mention here is, this was the start of Gaudiya Vaishnava line. Abhi tak humne dekha Brahma-Madhva line, and in that begins the Gaudiya line from here. Because Madhvendra Puri was that personality who first introduced the concept of Raganuga Bhakti. And a very, very important thing about worshipping the Lord in separation, Vipralamba Bhava. So this started from Madhvendra Puri. Now Sri Madhvendra Puri, you all remember that pastime where Madhvendra Puri travels to Vrindavan? Yes? So very nice to note, Sri Madhvendra Puri, he entrusted a personality called Madhva Saraswati. He said, you take care of my school in Kashi. And then he left. And Madhva Saraswati was the disciple of Vyasa Tirtha. So there is the connection that is there. And then all those pastimes took place where Lord himself came with a pot of milk for Madhvendra Puri. And Lord himself inspired Madhvendra Puri that I am here in this place, please come and rescue me. And he rescued the deity, and the deity was Srinath Ji, who is there now in Nathadwara. And the famous pastime, Srinath Ji is asking him, get me some sandalwood, I'm feeling very hot. And at that time, Madhvendra Puri travels from Vrindavan to Orissa, and in between he comes to a place called Remuna. And there the pastime of Kheer Chor Gopinath took place. So in this way, we see that Madhvendra Puri is a very, very big name in our line. He is considered as a root. In our line, Gaudiya line, he is considered as a root. Now, Madhvendra Puri, wherever he would go, he had two disciples who would follow him. Please tell me the names. Don't say Puri 1, Puri 2. Yes, two names. Ishwara Puri, Ramachandra Puri. So Ishwara Puri and Ramachandra Puri, they would travel with Madhvendra Puri wherever they would go. And as all of us know, Ishwara Puri was a very, very amazing disciple. When Madhvendra Puri was in his last few days of earthly pastime, he was feeling that separation from the Lord and was calling out to Vrindavan Bihari, Shama Sundar Krishna. And when he was crying out, Ramachandra Puri, who had some association of Mayavadis, he started telling, why are you crying like this? Guru Maharaj, why are you crying like this? Meditate on Brahman. And that was the time when Madhvendra Puri, he said, get lost from here. And that was the time when Ishwara Puri, he was serving Madhvendra Puri so nicely that the mood of Madhvendra Puri was instilled in the heart of Ishwara Puri. Such a very, very wonderful thing, you see. Therefore, the service to Guru, here we see, by service to a Guru who has reached certain heights of Krishna consciousness, he has the power to instill the same level of Krishna consciousness in the heart of the disciple. Such a wonderful thing. Now, Saraswati Thakur, he starts chanting those names which all of us are familiar with. Madhvendra Puri Bara, Shishya Bara, Shri Ishwara, Nityananda Shri Advaita Vibhu, Ishwara Puri ke Dhanya, Kori Len Shri Caitanya, Jagat Guru Gaura Mahaprabhu. So we know these different names now. Now Madhvendra Puri, he met Lord Caitanya when he was going to various pilgrim places. So he met Lord Nityananda Prabhu, not Caitanya. Sri Madhvendra Puri met Nityananda Prabhu in Western India. And that's how they met. And it is also described that Madhvendra Puri, he met Advaitacharya. Where he met Advaitacharya? In Shantipur, Madhvendra Puri had come because Madhvendra Puri was traveling. So he came there, and that's where Advaitacharya met Madhvendra Puri. And Madhvendra Puri initiated Advaitacharya. Therefore, after Madhvendra Puri, we have three names: Ishwara Puri, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaitacharya. And then our Nimai Pandit in Navadvip. He was going around and torturing the devotees. All the devotees were praying that if he becomes a devotee of Lord Krishna, it will be so nice. So by the prayers of the devotees of Lord Krishna became devotee of Krishna. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya or Gauranga, he went to Prayag and there he met Ishwarapuri, and Ishwarapuri initiates Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now you see the connection. So we have Madhvendrapuri, then we have Ishwarapuri, then we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now here is a description that is given about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers. I hope I need not speak much about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya Rupanuga Janera Jivana Vishwambhara Priyankara Shri Swarup Damodara Shri Goswami Rupa Sanatana. It feels so nice when we hear these names, our acharyas. So the direct disciples of Lord Chaitanya were Swarup Damodar. Swarup Damodar was there as secretary of Lord Chaitanya, and he was assisting Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri in various ways. When Lord Chaitanya was relishing the pastimes in Gambhira, the Antya Leela pastimes. And Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they met Lord Chaitanya. Where did they meet Lord Chaitanya? They met in Ramkeli. So it's described that Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they were personally instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rupa Goswami was instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri for 15 days. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Sanatana Goswami in dash place for 2 months. Yes, Varanasi, yes. So there, in Banaras and Varanasi, he was instructed for 2 months. Now can you imagine why they are the direct disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And that's why we have these book, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and the major portion of that is Rupa Siksha, Sanatana Siksha. Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, if I'm not wrong, around 5 chapters are dedicated to Sanatana Siksha. So in this way, we have Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and obviously Swarup Damodar as the direct disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After that, we have a very, very great personality whose name comes in the line. Rupa Priya Mahajana Jiva Raghunatha Hai Tara Priya Kavi Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Bara Narottama Seva Para Jarapada Vishwanatha Asha. So now we have, after these 3 personalities, obviously all the 5 Goswamis. These 2, 4 Goswamis, and now we have the other 2 Goswamis in the line, where we have Raghunath Das Goswami and Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, they were taking guidance from these personalities. That's very important to note. Raghunath Das Goswami we discussed a lot already, in different sessions. And wonderful pastimes are there of Raghunath Das Goswami. In fact, Raghunath Das Goswami is one of the Acharya in our line who has spent maximum time with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him that Govardhan Shila, Gunjamala. And Raghunath Das Goswami was personally instructed on renunciation. And now the renunciants in this line, they aspire to follow in the footsteps of Raghunath Das Goswami. Jiva Goswami is a very, very important name in our parampara, because he is that personality who actually held the entire Gaudiya parampara when all these senior Goswamis they left. And Jiva Goswami had darshan of Lord Chaitanya in Ramkeli when he was very young. When Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, when they were taking darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at that time, Jiva Goswami also got darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some point which I would like to mention here about Jiva Goswami. After the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jiva Goswami founded a very important sabha called Vishwa Vaisnava Raj Sabha. This was in the year 1545. And he had objectives very clearly listed in that. To protect the philosophical doctrine of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To propagate Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva throughout the world. to preach the glories of Sri Swarup, Rupa and Sanatan, and to protect and defend Mahaprabhu's philosophy through Shat Sandarbha. So Jiva Goswami wrote Shat Sandarbha. You look at the clarity of what has to be done in the mission. These people are very, very clear about what they're supposed to do. Very clear. Therefore, they're acharyas, no? And they're not ordinary acharyas. They're siddhas. And all the Vaishnavas who considered themselves as followers of Sri Rupa Goswami, they became the members of this assembly. The chief commanders of these Rupanuga Vaishnavas were Raghunath Das Goswami and Jiva Goswami. So they played a very, very important role at that time. I don't know if you can understand also what it means when Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, when they disappeared. I don't know if we can comprehend also what it means. But people at that time, they understood very well. Because for them, they were the shelter. And suddenly when they disappeared, it was very, very, very big thing. At that time, Jiva Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, they held the entire parampara. They played a very, very important role at that time. And then we have Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is the direct disciple of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. Diksha and Siksha. Yes. Now it's very important to note, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's contribution in our life is so great. He has given us Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Once Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur made a very profound statement and he said, when there is Mahapralay that takes place, so please carry Bhagavad-gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita with you when you're going on the boat. And say the water comes in the boat and the boat is about to drown. And if you want to lessen the weight or the load in the boat, you can throw off Bhagavad-gita. And if the weight is too much, throw off Srimad Bhagavatam. And if you are able to save Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, you have not lost anything. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is given that level of importance in our line. That if Chaitanya Charitamrita is there, all the teachings of our acharyas are intact. Because actually Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are there. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said the postgraduate study is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then after that, we have Narottam Das Thakur. Again, Narottam Das Thakur, I need not describe about Narottam Das Thakur. His Prem Bhakti Chandrika and Prarthana. Yes, these two books. These two books are the most important books. Gaur Kishore Das Baji Maharaj made a statement. Krishna Prem is available in how many paisas he said? 2 paisas. 2 paisas or 2 annas, I don't remember. 2 paisas, huh? 2 paisas. Because these 2 paisas you can buy these 2 books. Prema Bhakti Chandrika and Prarthana. Because these 2 books, which have songs of Narottam Das Thakur, the condensed form of the entire Gaudiya philosophy, that is enough, to inundate the heart of a sadhaka with Krishna Prem. Therefore, Gaur Kishore Das Baji Maharaj made that statement. So, Narottam Das Thakur, you can see, who was the Diksha Guru of Narottam Das Thakur? Lokanath Goswami. But Narottam Das Thakur is put here, and above him is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. We'll discuss about this. After Narottam Das Thakur, we have Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is another very, very big name for us. His Diksha Guru's name is Sri Radharaman Chakravarti. Radharaman Chakravarti's Guru's name is Sri Krishna Charan Chakravarti. And his Guru's name is Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. Yes. And Ganga Narayan Chakravarti had taken initiation from Narottam Das Thakur. So, see, this is the line that we have. And almost there is 100 years of difference, if I am not wrong, between Narottam Das Thakur and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. तो ये कैसे नाम दिए हैं सरस्वती ठाकुर ऐसे? We'll talk about this. Some suspense. And what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur did was, अभी मायावादी का डर उतना नहीं था जितना डर अपसंप्रदाय का था. Now all these Sahajiyas started coming into picture. And because of them, there was a great chaos that started. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur had this very, very important mission. All of them, they had a mission. You see, all of them. Anyone who is in the line of this parampara, they should have a mission. And there is a mission here for Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And he had a mission that Narottam Das Thakur has given these two books, Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika. And that can be polluted by these Upper Sampradaya people, Upper Siddhantas. Therefore, he started writing commentaries on those two so that can be published and these Upper Siddhantas will not take over. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is also called as Rasikacharya because he has given wonderful commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam, his Rasika commentaries. After that, who comes? Saraswati Thakur is telling in 8th verse. Vishwanatha Bhakta Satha Baladeva Jagannatha Tara Priya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Bara Shri Gaura Kishora Bara Hari Bhajanete Jara Moda. Now it is described about Shri Baldev Vidya Bhushan. Srila Baldev Vidya Bhushan, he had taken Diksha in Madhva line. And he was a very, very amazing, fiery preacher. Amazing knowledge from the Shastra. And he would defeat his opponents, contemporary opponents, very easily. Then the Gaudiya personalities who were there, they all came to a very great personality in the line of Shyamananda Prabhu. Jiva Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Prabhu and Srinivas Acharya, they are the trios. The Shyamananda Prabhu's line. So, Nityananda Prabhu's associate's name was Gauridas Pandit. I think all of you should hear this class again, recording, and note down. बहुत सारे नाम हो गए ना आज. You all remember your name? Okay. So Nityananda Prabhu's associate's name was Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas Pandit had a disciple and his name was Hriday Caitanya. And Hriday Chaitanya's disciple's name was Shyamananda Prabhu. Shyamananda Prabhu, he had a disciple called Rasika Murari. Who is Rasika Murari? Rasikananda Prabhu. And he had a disciple called Radhananda Goswami, then Nayananda Goswami. Then comes a person called Radha Damodar Goswami. Radha Damodar Goswami was requested, can you please go and defeat this Baldev Vidya Bhushan? So he went, and then there was a nice debate that took place. And Baldev Vidya Bhushan, he lost. And then he accepted the discipleship of this personality called Radha Damodar Goswami. And then under Radha Damodar Goswami, Baldev Vidya Bhushan studied Shat Sandarbha of Jiva Goswami. And then he started preaching the Gaudiya philosophy. Now see, there was a time when, why Vishwanath Chakravarti and then we have Baldev Vidya Bhushan. That also I would like to clarify. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he had a campaign to restore the lost glory of Vrindavan by propagating the philosophical works of the Goswamis. And Baldev Vidya Bhushan, he had inclination to study Shastra. He came in touch with Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's teachings. And from that time onwards, he started studying under Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So various different literature work. And it's also described that after studying intensely under Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, there was one point when the entire Gaudiya parampara was supposed to be considered not bona fide. There was one point of time when the other Vaishnava parampara acharyas, they started saying that you don't have a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. If you want to establish your parampara as bona fide, then you need to have a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And we didn't have, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam, and Srimad Bhagavatam is enough for us. So no one wrote a commentary. So at that time, long past time got short, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he said, you go, Baldev, you go and establish. So Baldev Vidya Bhushan, he went somewhere in Jaipur, all this thing was taking place, and there by the blessings of Govinda Dev, he wrote the commentary on Vedanta Sutra, and that is called as Govinda Bhashya. And then with Govinda Bhashya, Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara became bona fide, authentic. Can you imagine what these acharyas have done for us? बड़ा बोलते हैं ना हम लोग, our parampara is bona fide. अरे कहाँ से आया? यहाँ से आया. You see? They were the ones who established it very nicely. And now, without doing much, we can just say our parampara is bona fide. And the same thing, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is here. So Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, how he is in the line of Baldev Vidyabhushan, that has to be understood. So Baldev Vidyabhushan had a disciple called Uddhav Das Babaji Maharaj. And he had a disciple called Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj. And he initiated Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. That's how we have Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, with Baldev Vidyabhushan, where he received the similar Siksha what Baldev Vidyabhushan had received. Now after that, the well-known names have come. So we have Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he met Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj in Vrindavan Dham. This was in 1881. Bhakti Vinod Thakur had a Diksha Guru, and his name is not mentioned. Because his Diksha Guru was not that great personality. Therefore, Bhakti Vinod Thakur accepted Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj as a Shiksha Guru. And therefore, in the altar, we have the Shiksha Guru of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, that is Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he had many disciples, but the glorious Shiksha disciple was Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So it is described very nicely that Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he took Diksha from Bhagavad Das Babaji Maharaj, who was the disciple of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Now see, the Diksha Guru is Bhagavad Das Babaji Maharaj, but Shiksha Guru is Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So again, we have the Shiksha link that we can see in the altar. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So these are all, there's a Shiksha line that we can see. And then finally, after Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, the personality who wrote the song. So he finally concludes the song. Ihara paramahamsa gaurangera nija bamsha tadera charane mama gati ami seba udasina name teti tridandi dina Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So here he is saying that all these are great Vaishnavas, they are all Paramahamsas in our line. And their holy feet are my only refuge. Tadera charane mama gati. This is how a devotee should take shelter of the parampara. There is no other refuge for us except this parampara. And then he says, I have no real interest in devotional service and I am very poor and lowly Tridandi sannyasi named Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. This is how he is putting himself in such a great humble mood. In the conclusion, I would like to mention few things. So I hope now we have understood in the entire 31 names that we have seen till now. A lot of places it's the Shiksha relationship that we see, and some places we have Diksha relationship. Saraswati Thakur took Diksha from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So like that we have this Diksha relationship also, because Madhavendra Puri initiated Ishwara Puri and others. Ishwara Puri initiated Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initiated. So we have these different mix and match that we can see in this line. So Saraswati Thakur has made it very clear that all these are Paramhamsas. Ihara Paramahamsa Gaurangera Nija Bamsha. Especially from 20 onwards. So 20 onwards, Madhavendra Puri onwards. Actually this line is nor Diksha nor Shiksha. This is a line of Siddhas, Paramhamsas. First time when I heard this I was very, very happy. That all these personalities are Siddhas. They are all perfected beings. And very beautifully in Gaur Ganugodesh Deepika, their Swarupa is given of what they are in the spiritual world. Like for example, Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri is a Kalpavriksha and at the same time he is also Madhavi Gopi. He is one of the Gopi. Then we have Ishwara Puri. Then we have Lord Caitanya. And Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself. Then we have Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari in spiritual world. Swarup Damodar is Vishaka Sakhi. Sanatan Goswami is Rati Manjari plus Lavanga Manjari. Very. Then we have Raghunath Das Goswami and he is Rasa Manjari. Jiva Goswami, Vilasa Manjari. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Kasturi Manjari. Narottam Das Thakur, Chamaka Manjari. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Vinoda Manjari, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Ratnavali Devi, Gopi, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Rasika Manjari, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Kamala Manjari, Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, Guna Manjari, and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Nayana Mani Manjari. My God, you know who is Manjari, by the way? Yes. Assistants of the gopis. Gopis are serving Radha and Krishna. Sakhis. So we have Radha Krishna, then we have Sakhis. Sakhis are serving Radha Krishna. There are some pastimes where Sakhis also don't enter those pastimes. But Manjaris go and assist. And our line is of these, Manjaris. And it is described that all these personalities are Siddhas because they have the Swarupa, which I just named. And all these personalities, they are not ordinary sadhakas. Therefore, they are there on the altar. We worship them. And all of us, when we hear about these personalities, we have to be very proud of this parampara. Because our parampara is not the parampara of sadhakas. Our parampara is the parampara of siddhas. And we are so fortunate that by their mercy, now we have these perfected teachings which are directly given to us. ऐसा नहीं कि वो बोल रहे maybe, may not be. No, this is how it is. This is what you're supposed to do. And you will attain the same state which we have attained. They're very clear. They're very clear. When Radha Kund Babaji, they would sometimes harass Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Where is your Diksha line? Where is your Diksha line? And at that time, Saraswati Thakur would say, why are you giving so much importance to Diksha? What is important is Siksha. And actually, in our iskcon also, why do we give so much of importance to Diksha Guru? Because we have received Siksha from them. So Siksha is very, very important. Abhi aage chalkar, now when these Prabhupada disciples, when they would disappear and the next generation would start initiating, we'll have many, many thousands of gurus. Many thousands of gurus, Diksha gurus. And at the same time, it will be very clear with time that Diksha has to be taken to be connected to the parampara, and at the same time, we have to take the prominent Siksha in the parampara. And that prominent Siksha, we understand that Srila Prabhupada has given us. With time, all this thing that is taking place, the Guru Groupism and this and that, yes. Anyways, here you will not be able to make out because here we are very strict. We don't allow any nonsense politics, in our centers. But various other temples, unfortunately, all around the world has got this problem. Because this understanding is not clear that what is important is Siksha and not Diksha. Yes, Diksha is important. That comes in one of the 20 preliminary angas of 64 angas of Bhakti. It's important, no doubt. But the most important thing is Siksha. And therefore, we value that person. Therefore, we give importance to that person. Yes, sometimes, it's very nice. Person takes Diksha from some person and is not hearing his lectures or whatever. Only Jai Gurudev is going on. Yes. Putting their photo in the DP, in status, all nonsense. All nonsense. Important is receiving the Siksha and propagating the Siksha. That is very, very important. And it is so wonderful to note that all these personalities, Prabhupada followers, they are just passing on the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. One thing which I would like to highlight here is, there are many things, which I want to share. But I'll just choose few and just share. Okay, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Narottam Das Thakur. So I said 100 years of difference. But these Siddhas can meet the other Siddha anytime. There's a description where Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he met Swarup Damodar Goswami. You see, where is Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Where is Swarup Damodar? And Swarup Damodar Goswami, he gave directions to Bhaktivinoda Thakur to write a book called Bhagavad-Arka Marichi Mala. And Swarup Damodar Goswami is telling Bhaktivinoda Thakur that Lord Caitanya told me that I'm supposed to inform you this. So I have come. Wow. The Siddhas can meet another Siddhas anytime. Srila Prabhupada also met a Siddha, Srila Rupa Goswami. Now, it's not a very big thing in this parampara because all of them are Siddhas and they can meet them anytime. In the conclusion, I would like to make a few points. One is regarding the study of the scriptures. See, in this entire parampara, it is described that based on the situation and circumstance, the scripture is given. in that particular language. Like Sridhara Swami, he wrote in certain language at that time, which was in line with impersonalism. Means the language was like that. Then when Jiva Goswami came, if someone reads Jiva Goswami Shat-sandarbha and other things, he just quotes few lines from either Shankara's commentary or from Ramanuja's commentary. He says, this is how it is, so it is established, done. And we will keep scratching our head. Aya kahan se, line kahan se, kaun sa shlok hai, where is it coming from? So he wrote at that time, for all the scholars at that time. And all these acharyas also at the same time, they had a different situation, circumstance where they wrote. And it is described very nicely that the ultimate clarity for this age, this day and age, for the contaminated people like us was given by Srila Prabhupada. So as the line comes down, the clarity of the philosophy also emerges over time, more and more. Because the best for that particular time, how it has to be described, how the philosophy has to be described, and how people will understand that only that current acharya understands. And therefore it is described, the study of the books also should be like that. So completing Srila Prabhupada's books, then going to Saraswati Thakur, then we have Bhakti Vinod Thakur, then going to our Goswamis. We have to read all these books, no doubt. They have written for us only. But this has to be in the sequence. अभी आप लोगों ने प्रभुपाद के बुक्स दी, पता नहीं कभी खत्म होंगे, पता नहीं. अरे दिया है किसके लिए? पढ़ने के लिए. We're supposed to study Shastra very properly. And we have to take interest in Shastric study. So we have to read Srila Prabhupada's books, then go to teachings of Saraswati Thakur, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And literally we'll be able to understand how Srila Prabhupada has covered all this already. Many places Srila Prabhupada covers Jiva Goswami Shat-sandarbha just like that, sometimes without quoting also. Dashamula Tattva of Bhakti Vinod Thakur is covered at various places just like that. So he has given us that condensed form. And just by reading that, we'll understand all the acharyas in the parampara. But with time, we're supposed to go understand or read these various books in the parampara. This is about reading books first. Another thing is distributing books. So Srila Prabhupada is that personality who has given the best of the best philosophy in the most simple language. Any ordinary person can connect. Any ordinary person. Therefore, just we are going out on the street and distributing Krishna book, Bhagavad-gita, just like that. Yahan to fir bhi theek hai. People know what is Bhagavad-gita and Krishna book. In Western countries, first time when Krishna book was published, it came from Japan because it was printed in Dai Nippon printing press there. It came to San Francisco, and at that time they were distributing only BTG magazines. And when they saw the size of the book, they were like, who will take this book? And they kept it in Godown for a very long time. And then there was a lot of problem of finance and this and that, temple maintenance. Then one devotee, he said that, let me try with Krishna book. And that devotee went and he sold a Krishna book, and it was a festival in the temple. This is possible, this is possible. And from that time onwards, the big book distribution started. Before that was BTG and Easy Journey to Other Planets. These are two small things, which were getting distributed. After that came this. Then one devotee, he had his personal copy of Bhagavad-gita Macmillan publication, Bhagavad-gita as it is, and Krishna book. And he had gone to some other place where Mahatma Prabhu was leading the center. And there he went, and then he was preaching, and he distributed Krishna book. He showed distribution of Krishna book and also Bhagavad-gita. His personal copy he distributed. आप लोगों को ये सब करने की जरूरत नहीं है. We have enough to distribute. They had less. He distributed, and then this big book distribution started. And then the revolution started where the hearts of people getting transformed just by reading books. Then just by reading books of Srila Prabhupada, people came into Krishna consciousness. Now Vrindavan is flooded, Mayapur is flooded with these Western disciples or Western devotees, you see. Very, very important thing. Now one thing which might be a bit high level, but still I would like to speak about this for devotees who have been practicing from quite some time. All the devotees who are aspiring to attain Krishna Prema Bhakti, should surrender to Prema Bhakta, one who has attained Krishna Prema. Now we have to very nicely respect our Diksha Gurus, Siksha Gurus. And at the same time, we should find a Premi Bhakta whom we can surrender on to. Now many times, very immaturely people say, my Diksha Guru is this Manjari or that Manjari. अरे भाई तू मंजरी हो तो दूसरे मंजरी को recognize कर पाए ना. If I am a manjari, then I can recognize another manjari. Yes. We are fallen souls, not able to control sex desire, and we are seeing someone, oh, he might be a manjari. Why? He looks beautiful actually. So, therefore, sometimes people come and ask me, Prabhuji, what do you think about this spiritual master? What is his status in spiritual life? Who the hell we are to decide who is who? Yes. Only thing we understand is they are exalted and we accept them as exalted souls. They are siddhas, not siddhas, that's not our concern. They are guiding us, they are passing on the message of Srila Prabhupada as it is, yes. But in the parampara, we know all these are siddhas, especially Srila Prabhupada for us. So we can accept this great siddha, as he's a premi bhakta, no doubt. And when we follow such premi bhaktas, naturally, we'll be guided properly. Now someone might say, but how will I meet? There is no need to meet. We have the books already. And the meeting is also possible when we become qualified. Yes. Therefore, the only thing I'd like to mention here is that attaining Krishna Prem attaining Krishna Prem is possible when Krishna Prem is awarded. That person can award Krishna Prem who has Krishna Prem. And instead of speculating who in current situation has Krishna Prem, we know in the altar these personalities have Krishna Prem. So taking their shelter, especially for us, Srila Prabhupada, who is our preeminent Siksha Guru, we're supposed to proceed in our spiritual life. Whatever is needed, Prabhupada has given. And whatever we still feel is needed, he will provide for sure in various ways. And therefore, this chastity towards Srila Prabhupada is very, very important for us. After describing the 31 personalities, here we have the recipient of the mercy of all these personalities in the line, and he is delivering that mercy to all of us. And our chastity to Srila Prabhupada is going to decide how much mercy we are going to receive in the parampara. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Brahma-Madhva-Gaudiya Sampradaya ki.